Russian food is really simple. They have a lot of bread, they have a lot of potatoes and meat. Honestly, it sounds really simple, but they do it so well. Russian bread is the best thing I have ever had in my life. I came back to America after my mission and I missed it so much. They have it's just so flavorful and the crust is so crunchy, and Wonder Bread does not compare. One of my favorite things that I ate while I was there, I served in Siberia, and there's a city there called Ulan-Ude, and they have kind of a Mongolian influence, and they have these meat dumplings called pozi or buzi, depending on who you talk to, and they're steamed dumplings with meat inside. But they're just so juicy, and they're about this big, and you pick them up in your hands and you bite out the bottom and drink out the juice and then eat it. And they're amazing. And I actually specifically bought a posy pot to bring back with me, and I make them all the time, and it's literally one of my favorite things. They get really, really creative with food, Russians. I think part of it is that, it's really cold a lot of the time, and so some things are hard to grow there, and so they have a few things that they get really creative with, and one of them is borscht. I think that everyone who thinks about Russia food probably thinks about borscht and cabbage and thinks that that's all that Russians eat, and that's not true, but they eat borscht a lot. But it's not just beet soup. In fact, I've had borscht without any beets in it at all. But it'll have potatoes and meat and cabbage and onions and carrots and basically anything they have lying around the house they'll throw in it. I had a kind of borscht with fish eggs in it once, which was actually not that bad. I liked it before I knew what it was. And another really important part of Russian food is the people who serve it. A lot of the investigators and members and people that we went to visit in their homes, they would always feed us. They would always insist on, before we sat down and started talking about the church or the gospel or anything, they had to feed us food. And they're just wonderful people that way. They're so giving and very insistent on the giving. If you try and refuse their gift, they will make sure that you accept it, which just goes to show how much they love you once they accept you. But yeah, Russian food, it's simple, but it's heartwarming, and it's made with love, and that's, I think, one of the coolest things about it.